Hands up.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
The American people have a constitutional right to peacefully assemble, to express themselves, and to petition the government to redress any grievances that they may have with policies that will impact their lives. That's a constitutional right that is contained in the First Amendment. We encourage everyone who is exercising that right to do so peacefully in Los Angeles County and beyond. But the right to peacefully assemble, to express themselves to the government in order to bring about change in this country is a fundamental American principle, and we will continue to stand behind it. I'm thankful for the leadership of Governor Newsom and Mayor Bass in terms of managing a fragile situation that Donald Trump and the extreme MAGA Republicans are intentionally trying to inflame. They should be ashamed of themselves. And these people have zero credibility on the other side of the aisle when it comes to issues of law and order. Questions?
Mr. Leader, good afternoon. Thank you. Do you think that some of the images we're seeing from Los Angeles put Democrats who are in swing districts in a tough spot when they might be asked to defend some of these things, when immigration and fighting back against ICE is not a front and center issue in those districts?
No one is actually defending any unlawful behavior. I am defending the right for the American people to peacefully assemble. And we'll continue to encourage people to exercise that right peacefully. And if anyone crosses the line, they should be held accountable by the relevant authorities. We will not be lectured by Donald Trump and anyone in the Republican Party about issues of law and order. Not a single one of them. Donald Trump promised to lower costs on day one. Costs haven't gone down, they're going up. Inflation is going up. Donald Trump lied to the American people. You know what he did do on day one? He pardoned hundreds of violent felons, criminals, who brutally assaulted police officers and attacked the Capitol on January 6th. That's what Donald Trump did on day one. The hostages weren't released on day one like he promised. He lied. The war didn't end in Ukraine on day one. Donald Trump lied. Costs didn't go down in America on day one of Donald Trump's presidency. He lied to you, the American people. You know what he did on day one? He pardoned hundreds of violent felons who brutally beat police officers. That's the insurrection. And so the notion that Donald Trump and his minions, his sycophants here in the House of Representatives or in the Senate, who are nothing more than a reckless rubber stamp for Donald Trump's extreme agenda, are going to lecture America about issues of law and order, get lost. We're not feeling you at all. You have zero credibility on this issue.
What did you make of President Trump's comment saying that it would be a great thing to see Governor Gavin Newsom arrested?
Donald Trump is clearly trying to distract from the fact that he has a failed administration. A failed administration. He promised to lower costs. He promised to deal with inflation in America. Costs aren't going down. Life has become more expensive. The business environment is shaky. Small businesses are being forced to close. Our credit rating has been reduced. The bond market is reacting adversely to Donald Trump's erratic policies. The Trump tariffs are going to result in thousands of dollars of additional expenses per year on everyday Americans. Donald Trump and the Republicans are crashing the economy in real time and then driving us toward a recession. His presidency has been a failure. And now they're trying to jam this big, ugly bill, this disgusting abomination down the throats of the American people, a bill that's deeply unpopular with the American people, and we're just getting started. And then he's in a big fight with Elon Musk, the most personal of disputes possible. Is it any surprise to anyone that he's trying to distract the country with this erratic and extreme behavior? No. And we're not going to fall for it.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. On Friday, a district court judge in California granted approval for billions of dollars in retroactive pay to athletes and paved the way for athletes going forward to get paid for their name, image, and likeness. This comes ahead of a House Energy and Commerce Committee hearing this week on this issue. As a sports fan and the top House Democrat, what's your reaction to that ruling, and what role does Congress play going forward in helping shape the landscape now that this ruling has been granted?
We look forward to our continued conversations with the NCAA and the relevant college athletic authorities in order to make sure that, in view of this court decision, that there's a framework that exists nationally to make sure that there's a level playing field and that athletes and their families are in a position to benefit and not be exploited by outside forces that may seek to take advantage of them. And that at the same time we can maintain a competitive landscape across all sports, not simply men's basketball and men's football. Thanks.
I understand the Hispanic Caucus is seeking an investigation into the handling of the protests in Los Angeles. What do you see as avenues for oversight and investigation into that matter?
Well, we'll continue to press Republicans here in the House to undertake their constitutional responsibility to serve as a check and balance on an out-of-control executive branch. It only takes a handful of Republicans to actually show some spine, some backbone, and some courage at what is happening in America, a clear assault on the American way of life, on the rule of law, and on our democracy. And the American people aren't feeling it. That's why this guy in the Oval Office is the most unpopular president in the first 100 days in American history. Claims to have some big mandate. And each and every day that passes, he becomes more unpopular as the behavior and the corruption and the cruelty and the chaos becomes more erratic. So we're going to continue to use every lever available to us as members of Congress, partnering with our colleagues in state and local governments across the country to shine an intense spotlight on the egregious overreach that is taking place by the Trump administration on a daily basis as it relates to targeting law-abiding immigrant communities, as well as dreamers and farm workers and people who are actually contributing to the communities that they live in on a day-to-day basis. That's why you're seeing the American people express their discontent with another lie that came from the Trump administration. Trump administration said that they were going to focus on targeting violent felons who should not be in this country. And that's something that we could have agreed with had that been the effort that was undertaken. Instead, Donald Trump and his administration are deporting American citizens, children with cancer, to countries that they've never lived in before. That's an assault on the American way of life, It's why this administration is collapsing in terms of popularity and public approval in real time. And this reckless bill, this out of control budget, this GOP tax scam, the one big ugly bill, the disgusting abomination that they're trying to jam down the throats of the American people, it's not going to make things better for everyday Americans. It's going to hurt everyday Americans. And the American people are rejecting it because it's designed to help extreme MAGA Republican billionaire donors. And that's unacceptable. That's unconscionable.